Alright YouTube, so let's talk about Black Ops 2 being backwards compatible on Xbox One. So if you're not an Xbox One player, or you just happen to not keep up with this backwards compatibility shit, it was announced within the past couple days that finally Black Ops 2 is now backwards compatible on Xbox One. This has been the most requested game for backwards compatibility since they announced backwards compatibility. It's been at the top of the list for a long time. I actually made a video sometime last year, I believe, maybe even 2015. There was a petition. A lot of people wanted Skyrim to be backwards compatible for Xbox One. It was number 2 behind this game. This game has been highly requested for a long, long time. This is pretty much my favorite Call of Duty. World of War is the one that got me into playing online. Black Ops 1's where I really started committing to to playing Call of Duty online really like hardcore. Black Ops 2 is when I started getting good at Call of Duty, and it's also the very first Call of Duty where I received a Master Prestige. I actually went through the grinding process to level up all those times and finally get a Master Prestige. And it's up there. It's one of the most popular Call of Duties, if not the most popular. It's up there with, Modern Warfare 2. With World of War's pretty popular. It's up there with Modern Warfare, like Call of Duty 4, or Modern Warfare Remastered these days. It's up there, so it's a really popular game, my personal favorite. Black Ops 3 is a contender these days. I play the shit out of some Black Ops 3. But what I wanted to talk about today is a lot of these Call of Duty YouTubers are now streaming this game because it's backwards compatible, and that just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So if we come on over here to YouTube.com and search Black Ops 2, it'll bring up a bunch of the bigger Call of Duty YouTubers that have been streaming the game over the past couple of days. There's actually people streaming it right now over here. The thing is, Black Ops 2 Xbox One gameplay. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on Xbox One gameplay, backwards compatibility. The thing is, it's no different. If you've never played backwards compatible, what it does is you rip the disc to your console, much like you do already with the modern generation of gaming, or like you could do with 360 and stuff if you wanted the game to run smoother. You just rip the disc to the console, and it essentially turns your Xbox One into an Xbox 360. You even have the old Xbox 360 menu. You gotta hit the select and the start button, and it'll bring up the old Xbox 360 menu, and you can go through your messages and all that shit. It essentially turns into an Xbox 360. And you're even on the Xbox 360 servers. You're literally playing with Xbox 360 people and people who have the Xbox One, of course, and are playing backwards compatible. So the thing is, they could have been streaming this game for the past, 5 years? It came out in 2012. They could have been streaming this game the entire time. They're just hopping on the hype train. And I guess it's not the worst thing ever to follow a trend on YouTube, but it's still kind of a douchebag because if you really enjoyed the game or you wanted your subscribers to watch you play this game, they could have been doing it the entire time instead of following a trend. And backwards compatible isn't the same as a remaster. There's no difference between it's just literally a 360 disc that you're playing on. And you even have to if you don't already own a physical copy, you have to download it or rip it to your 360 first and then go onto your Xbox One. So it's very convoluted and complicated when you can just play on your 360 the entire fucking time if you wanted to. But to label it as Xbox One gameplay, that isn't exactly wrong. Of course you are playing on your Xbox One, but it's no different. I mean, the graphics are the exact fucking same. It might run a little bit smoother and maybe a little bit better, I guess, since it's an Xbox One versus an Xbox 360, since it is a better system. But I don't think it really would because there's just no difference. It's still the same fucking game. And people are excited about it being backwards compatible, and obviously the hype around it is real because, a lot of YouTubers are streaming it. The streams are getting a good amount of traction. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just kind of want to point out, there's no difference. It's been there. If you already had a 360, you could have been playing it, and you could have been streaming it this entire fucking time. Near the end of 2015, whenever I finally upgraded to the current gen consoles, I was still playing this game, and there'd still be upwards of about 100,000 people playing this game, and that's where they're at right about now. I was watching a stream the other day of this just to see what the hype was, and they were looking at the player count, because this is back when the Call of Duty games would actually show you the amount of players that are playing. And it was about 100,000+ people playing. That's more than probably will play fucking Infinite Warfare these days. This game there's still a lot of hype around this game. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just I kind of want to point out to some of these Call of Duty YouTubers that I don't think they were aware that, hey, you could have been streaming it for 5 fucking years. So we've talked about a couple Call of Duty games in this video, so I'll leave you guys with a couple of questions. What is your favorite Call of Duty? Or we can even go, what is your favorite first-person shooter game? And do you even care about it being backwards compatible? Are you playing it now that it's backwards compatible? Or do you even give a shit about Call of Duty at all? I would have Black Ops 2 gameplay, but I literally just got rid of the game a couple of days before it became backwards compatible, so I do not own the game anymore, or I would totally have gameplay instead of pictures. But either way, whatever. If you want to enjoy the video, guys, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Follow me on Twitter. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
me that you love me, even if it's fake, cause I don't fucking care.